What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Dean, aka the Blue Crusader, and today what I'm going to be showing you is how to use WorldEdit on Minecraft. WorldEdit on PC, a server plugin that admins can use to kind of mold the server spawn and change the world to how they desire, really quickly and in a shortcut way to save a lot of time, and WorldEdit is one of the best plugins out there. So now that we're actually in a Minecraft world, to start with WorldEdit, basically you need the WorldEdit wand. Now by default, if you're an admin on a server, the wand is going to be the wooden axe in Minecraft. So if you're an admin or an op on a server, you can't use the wooden axe for survival mode because it's going to be for the WorldEdit commands, which is kind of annoying. If you got it in single player, it's the exact same thing. So you type /wand and press enter and it'll give us a wooden axe, or you just spawn a wooden axe. It's as easy as that. Now with WorldEdit, what you basically do is you need to mark 2 points. So for an example, if I mark this is my first position with left click, and second position with right click, I've just marked that. Now there's a few commands we can do now that we've selected our highlighted position. We can type // usually for all the commands, /set, and then what you can do here is you can type in ID of an item. So if we type in 3, it'll set that to dirt, for an example. If we set it to 49, it's going to set it to, I think that's netherrack because I'm using a texture pack, but you get the point. If I set it to 8, it's going to set it to a body of water, and so on. Now obviously you can do this with different heights as well. You're not restricted to just using the ground blocks. So let's just say I want water to come off these trees and I don't want these leaves here. I could select this here, which is the second position. I could set the first position as this piece of grass, so that'll get rid of one of the layers or 2 of the blocks of leaves, and it will get rid of the grass, and then I'll set it to water, and now water is going to flow down from the tree onto the grass. So basically we're just setting that block into a completely different other block, which is really useful. Let's say we want to build a server spawn and we're playing on a server, or if we want to just build something in creative mode, we could do this also to get rid of blocks. So let's just say that I want to get rid of a lot of different blocks. So I want to get rid of everything from this tree block here, which is going to be our second position, and then I'm going to set our first position as, let's just say, the bottom of this grass here. And then what I can do is // set, and then 0 is just air, so that's going to get rid of all the blocks, and set the 0 as air, and it's going to make a massive crate here which we can also build on. And then what I could do is I could mark both positions again, so I could right click here, and then we will left click on the other furthermost block, and then what we'll do is we'll type /set 98, and that'll set everything to stone bricks, and then you could start building all your buildings and just start generating start building a spawn if you're on a server. So it's as easy as that. There's some really useful commands. If we want to undo things that we've actually done by accident, we can type /undo and it'll undo them, and then we can do the same but redo and it'll redo it. So just self-explanatory. So really easy commands here. We've got a few other commands as well. We can type in sphere. If we do sphere 1010, it's going to make a sphere of lava, and that's going to be 10 blocks wide, I believe, or something. Basically it makes the block and then the size of it. So we have basically a sphere of lava which is going to just keep expanding to a certain point. So you could use this to make a lava fountain, for an example, and it looks really nice. We could also do exactly the same with water. So if we just type in sphere and we type 810, it'll make a 10 radius water fountain. So the part where I typed in 8, that's the item ID, which is the first part, and that's basically the water ID. So you replace this with whichever block you want it to be, and then this is the size of it. So if I typed in, for an example, 82, it's going to make a smaller one and it's going to flow down, and it basically starts wherever your player position is. So as you can see, it's a lot smaller when I'm actually on the ground, and when I'm on the very bottom block of the ground, it's going to be smaller too. But you need to be careful because it will actually cut through the blocks. So that's actually how to make the water spheres, which is really nice. You can do this with literally anything. I've already showed you this, but we could just type in any block and it will basically do it. Obviously there's certain blocks where there's different patterns, so we can just do it with that, which is sand, and it'll obviously fall down. The blocks where there's different patterns, you need to put a colon and then type the number. So for an example, these are chest blocks, and I guess there's different patterns, so we can type the number in, and it's made like a little chest house, which is actually kind of awesome. I didn't mean to build that. But yeah, that's the sphere command, that's the redo, undo, and the set command. So what about if we want to go up a certain level of blocks? Let's say we want to mark this block here, but also we want to go to a higher position than we can actually be, because if we use the wand in mid-air and we mark a position, it's not going to mark a position because there's no block here. So what we could do is we could type in /up and then 30, and then what it'll do is it'll go up in the air and create as a glass block, and we can actually mark that glass block now and set everything to 0, and it'll make a crater from wherever your block is that you went up to, and then the block that you marked on the ground. So that's the up command, which is really nice. You can also use that to get out of caves and stuff, but I'm pretty sure sometimes you can't actually go up if there's blocks above your head, so you have to type in enough layers above that would be above the cave, if that makes sense. So that's the sphere command, the up command, the undo, the redo, and the set command. So now another thing which is really useful, this is probably the last command which I'm actually going to remember, and that's copy and paste, which we're going to get onto. Now I'm pretty sure there's some kind of pyramid command. Yeah, there's a pyramid command. So this is obviously the command, so it's /pyramid, and then the pattern and the size, so it's the block and then the pattern if that block has a pattern. So obviously if a block has a pattern of different colours, you type a colon and the number of that colour, but we're just going to type a random block, so we're going to type 43, and then the size can be 10. What it's going to do is it's going to actually make a pyramid of that certain block, and it's as easy as that. Obviously I can't really remember the item ID for sandstone, but you could use this to make a really nice sandstone pyramid, and that's how to do it. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do the copy paste command. Now this is actually pretty tough, so we're going to mark one corner, and let's say we want to copy this pyramid, but if we want to copy it from this corner, we need to go to the top. So obviously we just do our up command like before, and we'll just go up, let's just say we'll just go up another 10 blocks, and then we'll mark our right position, second position, and then we type in /copy, and then what we can do is we can go to a different place, and it really depends which block you're on to where it's going to paste, but we're just going to paste it, and then it should paste it. Now obviously it's pasted underground here, so we obviously need to be higher, so you're going to have to basically keep undoing it because you're going to keep messing stuff up. That's just how the paste command works. It's really annoying, but it just depends where your player is, and eventually you'll find a decent position to paste it. Now that's one block higher, but obviously it's just trial and error at that point. But that's how to copy and paste with WorldEdit. There is a few different commands. There's actually /fill, which is actually really cool. So let's just make a little water. Just make a little lake, or like a little mold for a lake, and I'll type /fill, and then you want to type the block which you're filling it with, which we're going to just put 8, and then the depth we'll just put 8. So then it's going to fill the radius you're in, which you need to put the radius. It doesn't really matter what you mark because it's going to have a set radius. So if we go up again, the radius, there we go, that's better. So we actually put 3 different things. So the first one's going to be item ID, then it's going to be the radius and the depth. So the radius I'm going to set for 1, and the depth I'm going to set for 1, and you'll see that it just makes it really tiny. So that's how to fill things. Now what about draining things? What about if you want to drain a certain area which has water and you don't want to waste time having all sponges? So what we can do is, if we want to drain something, if we're in creative mode, we can go right inside of the liquid we want to drain and type in /drain, and let's just put 100 for an example, and it will drain all of those blocks that were inside within that radius. So it works exactly the same with whatever liquid we're in. This is like a really awesome water formation, by the way, and we'll type the same command in again, just /drain, and we'll just put 100. It'll drain all the blocks basically, and that's how to drain water really easily without wasting time with sponges and getting to the water source blocks, which can be really troublesome and annoying to do. So I hope this is a useful guide on some of the most basic WorldEdit commands. Obviously if you're on a server, you might be running WorldGuard as well. I'll do a different video on how to do WorldGuard at some point, so you can do those commands, but they work interchangeably with WorldEdit. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope this video was really useful. If it was, make sure to press a like on the video, smash the like button, and share it to anyone who owns a server or who might find this video helpful. And if you want to see more awesome Minecraft videos, tutorials, and awesome series on the channel, make sure to subscribe and turn the notifications on so you don't miss out. Thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you next time.